Everyone, I chose option 2, herbs in cooking, where we were instructed to choose 2 or more herbs that are our favorites and make a dish. And the one that I chose today is one that I've actually never made. I have actually never done anything like this with vegetables. As far as making a juice, because I mean, if you can take a guess, that's why I got my blender here. But the title of the recipe is Carrot Orange Ginger Smoothie with Turmeric. And I am changing the recipe from the one that I found on Yumly. I'm updating it just a tad because I'm going to add a few extra things and change some things around. So this recipe calls for 2 oranges, 1 bag of carrots, and I assume that the recipe writer meant 2 bags of unpeeled long carrots, but I decided I wanted the baby carrots, and I found these really awesome ones that are the multicolored version, so I am really excited to try that. And then the original recipe also said to use 3 tablespoons of fresh ginger, and I couldn't find any fresh ginger, so I went with the dried version and I reduced the amount to 1 tablespoon. The next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of turmeric and 2 cups of water. And the next 2 items are things that I actually added to the recipe that wasn't on the original. And that's a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/2 cup of almonds, and 1 banana. So the banana is going to make it a little bit sweeter. The black pepper is going to pair well, in my opinion, with the turmeric, and the 1/2 cup of almonds is going to give it kind of a nutty taste. So it's super easy. All you need is your blender and all your ingredients. I have everything pre-measured, so it should be super easy. It literally is only going to take like 90 seconds. The other thing that I wanted to point out is I am going to drink my lovely drink out of my mason jar. And the reason I'm choosing the mason jar is because of this wonderful feature right here, is I can literally put that on there if I have any leftovers and put it right in the fridge. So I guess we better get to putting all this stuff into the blender. Okay, so I'm just going to start putting it in. We'll do the carrots first. And I checked the recipe. You don't have to have them pre-cut, but that's the way I bought them. So then my banana, of course, and there's 2 oranges. Just going to throw them in there. And then my 1/2 cup of almonds. All right. And my turmeric and pepper. And my ginger. And the last ingredient, last but not least, most certainly, is going to be my water. And then we are going to turn this sucker on and get it blending. Okay, so I'm going to blend for a second, and then I'll put you guys on pause so that you don't have to hear 90 seconds of blending. And then I'll come back and do a taste test and let you know what I think of it, because again, this is the first time I'm ever doing this, so it's going to be really maybe interesting. Okay. So 90 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds, and I'm going to puree this thing like a milkshake. So I guess it helps if I plug it in. Okay, I think it's been about 90 seconds. You didn't notice that. But I go ahead and pour it in here and take this taste test here. One thing that I did want to share is that this original recipe also said to add ice chips, but I don't make ice chips at my house. I just don't. So I'm just going to go without the ice because I'm okay with that. I could always refrigerate it, and I'm sure that that's what's going to happen because, as you can see, there's quite a lot here, and there is no way that I'm going to drink this all in one sitting. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a smell check. I can definitely smell the turmeric and the oranges. Let me see if I can just barely, I can just barely catch the smell of the banana. It smells kind of spicy, but not too bad. I get that little hint of ginger, which is nice. So let's pour it in the cup. I think it might be a little bit messy, so I might end up with an orange mustache. So let's see what happens. It's really not too bad. I taste the spice. I can tell the pepper's in there. It's not overpowering though. It blends well the way that I cut the pepper down into a quarter of a teaspoon. It pairs well with the turmeric and the ginger. I get the puree. I can taste the puree from the carrots. I can tell that texture is in there. It's overall pretty good. It's not like, I don't know. I guess if I made it into an ice cream, I could probably sit and eat it. And it might taste better cold, so maybe that's why they wanted you to put ice in there. And it doesn't taste bad, so don't get me wrong. Otherwise, I mean, it's a pretty good juice in my opinion. Some other things about this particular recipe. I don't know if you can read that, but I've got the breakdown of the original recipe, and the original recipe is 111 calories with 3 fat calories. It has 35 milligrams of sodium, and again, this is without my additional almonds and pepper and banana, so that's not including those. But the potassium level at the original recipe is 621 milligrams. The carbohydrates are 27 grams. The fiber is 1 gram. Sugar is 16 grams. It's got 2 grams of protein. Vitamin A is 22,600 IU, which equals out to be 452% of your daily value, by the way, which is a lot. Wow. Vitamin C, 56.1 milligrams, and calcium, 210 milligrams. Iron, 1.1 milligram. So it's got a lot of good stuff in there. And then with the added banana, it adds obviously to the potassium and some of the other vitamin levels. So that is all for now. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to check out my juice video. Now I get to go clean up. Woo! Have a good day.